This. Okay, now some of you watching through the first bit I was talking about distance control and bit and pieces I talking about, and you said, some of you mentioned about in here, this situation, easily, they can grab with your head. Of course, this is when you get in a close range, okay? Close range like this is a freaking nightmare. Anything can happen, and anything can happen anytime. And literally here, see how easy for me to do that? Okay, it's very easy. But to do that alone, it needs some form of skill. Okay, because why? If I go like, pull my head, see, that will be shoot directly in his face if he's not sure. Okay, now if he don't understand, if that shoot first, and that I will be able to move him out of the way right away. Because the sting, that particular hurt the hit in here, or maybe he pull and I go shove straight to his face here, okay? Because he pull you in, okay? He pulls you into the clinch. So it is a fucking need some form of control when you pull somebody in.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to think just drag them in, and when there are certain rules that limit techniques you can use, you can get away with it, but you've got to be careful because there are no rules.
So that's different between into the competition, into the ring, because you can't headbutt him.
No.
Okay? So that's out because you can't do that in the ring. Okay? So now in the street, talking about in the street, so come over here. In the street, it got to be low goddamn rule. So behind here, if you grapple me, I will shove that right to his face straight away. Now, how beautiful that is. Straight away here, and I grab here, then I give him the movement there, pick him up, and then I will do the launch. That can be done because you got no rule.
I might have a slight bit more chance if I can get two hands to you. Yeah, but single hand
here,
single arm clinch.
It's going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so when we do have this, our head it normally comes down a bit. So we both our head will be like this now because we see that, feel that. Okay, now this is the big problem. What do you want to do from here? It's a very, very good question. What the hell are you going to do from here? Some people.
For me, a lot of it initially is control and position. So I will try to make sure I have control on the elbow, for example. And then from here, I want to just make sure that you can't get completely upright.
That's right.
So I keep you bent forward slightly.
So like this.
Yeah, that's it. Because if you get upright with posture, now
it's
I
no good.
Can't do it.
Okay. So like I mentioned before, you need to understanding this kind of thing is a lot involved. We're going to upset the body positioning. We're going to offset that, so he like this. Like if he stand up, see, it's a nightmare, okay, difficult. So what we want to do is we want to offset him by the arm, offset him like this. So when he hand here, when he pull me, I want to be like this, okay? So pull, so I want to be like this. Now if I'm here, I can control to where I want it, where I want my head to be. If I like this already, I got nowhere to be but down. You see, because he got manipulate my head, okay? So it's a very, very important to understanding when you get to the clinch, yeah, you need to know elbow to control because elbow I offset, you see, I offset that, and then I'm here. Now because I offset that here, it's a bit easier for me to little bit moving, okay? Now he can do the same with me here, but again, if I control the arm properly, then like this, then it's difficult for him to offset. Then you got to move into the next one. Yeah, learn to controlling the arm like this now, okay? Like this kind of movement here, like that, okay? So to get there, it's a lot of
more skill. Learning to stick with your opponent, learning to read his movement and judge the pressure that he's using.
But again, everyone is different though, isn't it? Everybody is learning using a tool very different because depend how you set it up, what you've been before, how it's set up. Now, of course, in the street, soon I get there, I will go straight to the eye. Okay, I will go here straight away. Okay, then I'm moving because I don't want his hand to be on my face or on my eye. See, I don't want that. I want to be here, and then I move him. I will do something else behind here already. I don't want to be in front of him in the street news. So you have to understanding the clinch. From the clinch, it can transfer to many things here. We just don't grab here and stay where we are. Okay, we don't. We just stay here, and then we have to be able to feel him right away. If he very quickly he try to move a hand, okay, then I got control that to this straight away. Okay, so this here to this straight away. Okay, I have to move very quickly. If he understand how to manipulate my hand like this, okay, now it's a problem. Okay, he control my head. So it's all depend on him, on this person here, how he using it. So I go through the basic with you, and remember this. And before the movement. So the it's 1,000 different ways to use it. It depends on your opponent and what he do, how he doing. And some of you out there thinking you can have one. You know, it's very good, very easy to criticize people or tell people, oh, you two do this, you do that. You know, like I saying, opinion. It's just like the asshole. Everybody got one. And it fucking sting. So keep the motherfucking opinion to yourself, because when you start to play with it, you can understand what I'm talking about, because each of the person, when they come across to, is a very different, because he may be doing completely different thing. He never maybe don't want to get there yet. He maybe punch you already. He maybe hit you. He maybe, he don't want to grab hold of you. He don't want to do this. Okay? I want to knee him. I want to eyeball him right away. I want to move him. I don't want to grab hold of him. I think God depends on what he do. Is it right?
Yeah, of course. Every situation is different, and if someone's bigger, you might choose to do something different.
Exactly. You can't try to clinch somebody very big, and you can't go in and say, let's do the clinch. You can't do that because it's not going to happen. It's a time and a play to set up to get there. But I can give you a few points, and then you play, because everybody plays very differently and depend on your structure as well. So the basic is when you get here, the first thing you need to learn to understand is don't drop your head down like this when they pull you, because you lost balance. Try to keep your head high, you can lift it here, and monitor his head here. And your arm, so when you pull, you can come in to headbutt him, okay? This hand, keep it here, so you can push it, control it, and then using this hand here, okay, to control this bit here and this bit here. You can control that, okay? Now you got to remember, this hand very close to your hand, that can be to your eye, that can be anything. So drop your head right down here, okay, like this. So if you're poking my eye, it's a little bit more difficult while I'm controlling here and while I'm moving with him, okay? So I got control more of this. So this is where you get used to understand that. Now if he's fighting with me the same, now this is the thing. See? You see what happening? Now he's not using clinch more. We're using more of the head now to defend ourselves. See, like this. Now he do this. Okay? So this is why when you're doing the stuff, it's not about the hand. Okay? Then we try to hit from this side. I'm using this offset before I'm gonna do everything that I wanted to do with him, because my head now will go to work with him here, because we don't know what's happening here. Okay? We're using our head. But if his head tries to my face, I won't be able to do anything. So it's so many things going on. I mean, fucking hell, man. I mean,
yes.
When shit is that like real life happening, it's so many things. You're using your head, you're using your hand, you're using your body to manipulate. You do thousands of stuff.
Yeah, and it's very unexpected, because obviously you get in that position, but then all of a sudden he's driving his head through.
That's right.
He was trying to punch you or something.
So it's completely changed. Another thing you got to understand as well is the competition and the street. They're very different.
Yeah, for sure. They are allowed to use head control, obviously, but not head strikes.
Not head strike, but no eye gouging.
No eye gouging.
So here, I can go straight here. If my hand is here, if you grab my head, if I'm here, I can go straight to the eye here. I can't do that in the street, okay? I go like that and I can manipulate full. See, do you want the finger go straight to here? You see? But he still got the hand here, go to right to my eyeball. So you have the understanding is, you got exactly what he got. He can drive the finger to your eye. You can drive the finger to the eye. So it's thousands of things can happen in this moment, okay? But when you practice, you can't do that. So you practice on some skill. Need to learn to understand the hand, the position. Use your head to control more the position, where to move, and learn that. And then when you understand that already, you learn to move a little bit more inside like this, okay? Because you want to control like this here. If you control like this, okay, you got better chance of manipulate than if you are like this, okay? Because if you're here, you got more of the chance on the arm here, okay, to control him, to move, to knee, to control, to move his arm, and then you do whatever you need from there. So each one, you have to spend a little bit of time, play on a little bit on the clinch, play around with it, and then you get an idea. Because when you come to it, it's 1,000 of things that happen in that moment, not one way to do thing, not second way to do thing. It depends on the person doing to you. Maybe you're in the wrong position. Maybe you're more like upright, but your body straight. Okay, so he will maybe go down, and then he maybe turn your body like this, and you upset you right away. Okay, because you're not in the right position. But if you want to go in to do that, I'm here. It's a bit harder. Okay, then I will control more and using the head to control more. Okay, I will using more of this. So positioning again play a very big role as well as how you get in. So the best thing to do is to practice a bit, depend what you do, and then go from there, and then you can understand. But some of you maybe get in there and said, "Fuck, I don't wanna do this. I wanna strike." Then you find a position, okay, and then strike, and then done. Don't need to worry too much. Anything else you want to add on?
No, I think you covered it all, to be honest, on that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, all good.
So all the bits, the knee is like that. Control, positioning, body, inline, make sure your hand and good positioning, okay? Because everything, it depends on the person. And some of you thinking, yeah, but it all depends, everything depends. It depends on everything, motherfucker. Because if you don't, you're not going to have one thing fix it all. Everything is depend on the situation, on every situation. One word you say for one person is different than what you say to another person. It depends on their move. If you say, fuck you, you might say, hey. If you fuck you, boom, you get smacked in the face. It depends.
Of course, yeah. It all depends on what your opponent brings to the table.
Exactly. So you have to understand that.
What you do with one might be totally different for another because of where their strengths and weaknesses lie.
If you're going to mess around with somebody very good at that already, you're going to have a big problem right away. Okay? So everything you want to know, ask me below here, and I will be here to answer all your questions and help you to understand. I'll have the training course and everything else, so you can get that and more information on that. Everything else that you can practice and learn, and I will be here to answer all your questions. And some of you haven't subscribed to me yet. Make sure to subscribe to me before you enemy do. Otherwise, you get into any of you out there watching John Wick, and some of them using this book here that they're coming in and piss some rep today. I just get so attracting watching.